Plato's forbidden wisdom. What if everything you were taught was incomplete? Here are some of his quotes that show the legacy he left behind. The first and best victory is to conquer self. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle. Wise men talk because they have something to say, fools because they have to say something. Every heart sings a song, incomplete, until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. At the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. I'm trying to think, don't confuse me with facts. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Only the dead have seen the end of war. Death is not the worst that can happen to men. Do not train a child to learn by force or harshness, but direct them to it by what amuses their minds, so that you may be better able to discover with accuracy the peculiar bent of the genius of each. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow. Writing is the geometry of the soul. Those who tell the stories rule society. One of the penalties of refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Those who are able to see beyond the shadows and lies of their culture will never be understood, let alone believed by the masses. Ignorance, the root and stem of every evil. No man should bring children into the world who is unwilling to persevere to the end in their nature and education. An empty vessel makes the loudest sound, so they that have the least wit are the greatest babblers. The man who makes everything that leads to happiness depends upon himself and not upon other men, has adopted the very best plan for living happily. This is the man of moderation, the man of manly character and of wisdom. Character is simply habit long continued. Music is a moral law. It gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and charm and gaiety to life and to everything. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. How can you prove whether at this moment we are sleeping and all our thoughts are a dream, or whether we are awake and talking to one another in the waking state? Education is teaching our children to desire the right things. The madness of love is the greatest of heaven's blessings. People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die. Courage is knowing what not to fear. There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain. In politics, we presume that everyone who knows how to get votes knows how to administer a city or a state. When we are ill, we do not ask for the handsomest physician or the most eloquent one. You should not honor men more than truth. We are like people looking for something they have in their hands all the time. We're looking in all directions except at the thing we want, which is probably why we haven't found it. No one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. A hero is born among 100, A wise man is found among 1,000, but an accomplished one might not be found even among 100,000 men. There are two things a person should never be angry at: what they can help and what they cannot. Strange times are these in which we live, when old and young are taught falsehoods in school, and the person that dares to tell the truth is called at once a lunatic and fool. Not exact, but the two most important questions are: who will teach the children? What they teach them? He who is only an athlete is too crude, too vulgar, too much a savage. He who is a scholar only is too soft, too effeminate. The ideal citizen is the scholar-athlete, the man of thought and the man of action. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. When men speak ill of thee, live so as nobody may believe them. Those who are able to see beyond the shadows and lies of their culture will never be understood, let alone believed, by the masses. A house that has a library in it has a soul. Necessity is the mother of invention. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. The greatest mistake in the treatment of diseases is that there are physicians for the body and physicians for the soul, although the two cannot be separated. In order for man to succeed in life, God provided him with two means: education and physical activity, not separately, one for the soul and the other for the body, but for the two together. With these means, man can attain perfection. Courage is a kind of salvation that not only custom, but also nature affirms that to do is more disgraceful than to suffer injustice, and that justice is equality. Injustice is censured because the censors are afraid of suffering, and not from any fear which they have of doing injustice. The punishment which the wise suffer who refuse to take part in the government is to live under the government of worse men. The people always have some champion whom they set over them and nurse into greatness. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs. When he first appears, he is a protector. A tyrant is always stirring up some war or other in order that the people may require a leader. Freedom in a democracy is the glory of the state, and therefore in a democracy only will the freemen of nature deign to dwell. Make sure to subscribe for more daily wisdom. Thanks for watching.